Hello students, my name is Jasveer, your English teacher. Again, I am with you to discuss, to explain the last two pages of the chapter which we have started, the third level. So in this video lecture, which is the fourth part of the video lecture based on this chapter. So in this video lecture, I will be explaining the last two pages of the chapter, page number 5 and page number 6. To begin with, let's discuss the meanings of difficult words on these two pages, the words which have been highlighted, you can see over here. The first word is fare. Fare is a price charged to transport a person. You must have heard taxi fare, bus fare, the price you pay to travel, whether in a bus or in a taxi or in some other mode of transportation. The next word is nodded. It is the second form of the verb. So what does it mean? Nod means to make downward motion of head in agreement. When you agree to something and you make downward motion of your head, that is to nod. Next is bills. Bills here are written documents and notes which are used as currency. So you can also call it currency notes. The next word is skin. Skin here has been used as a verb which means to rob money. As you can see, you are trying to skin me, which means you are trying to cheat me. You are trying to rob money from me. The next word we have is premium. Premium, it is an excess amount charged over original price. So in this case, as we know, Charlie, he tries to buy old currency notes and he has to pay an excess amount over its original price. So let's say you want to buy an old currency note worth 100 rupees and you are paying rupees 120 for that. So that 20 rupees is the premium you are paying, that excess amount over that original price. Now the next word on this page, it is fussing. Fussing here means paying much attention. Now let's move to the second page. So here we have only two words which I think can be difficult for you. The first word is Delhi. So Delhi, it is actually the name of a city in California, and the last word is hay. Hay is the dry grass which is used as animal fodder. Dry grass which is used to feed animals, that is called hay. So these are the meanings of difficult words on page number 5 and 6. So let's proceed with the chapter. So what we have discussed, read till now, that Charlie, who is sharing his experience, whatever he experienced on the third level, as he claims that he reached the third level at Grand Railway Station, which is not actually there. He claims that he found the people over there who were dressed in the kind of dresses which people were used to dress, used to wear in 19th century. So by this he claims that he reached back to 19th century, and there he tries to buy 2 tickets to Galesburg. So what is this Galesburg? Galesburg, it is actually a place where he grew up as a schoolboy, and he wished to return to the peaceful life in that place along with his wife. So it clearly shows that he is fed up of this insecurities, fears of the present world, and he has a strong desire to go back in the time when the things were pretty nice. So now he tries to buy 2 tickets to Galesburg over there, but the currency that he offers to pay for the tickets is not accepted there. So Charlie, he is having the currency notes which are into the practice in 20th century, not in 19th century. So that currency notes, they were not accepted over there. And even the clerk at the ticket counter, he threatened Charlie for trying to cheat him. So the clerk over there, he said that Charlie was trying to cheat him by offering those fake currency notes. Now, what does Charlie do? Charlie beats a hasty retreat on return to 20th century. Now he needs old currency notes. So now very quickly he tries to come back to 20th century. He prepares to arrange the currency that was used in the late 19th century. For this, he withdraws $300 from his bank next day and buys $200 in old style bills. So, for this purpose, he withdraws $300 from his bank because he wanted to buy some dollars in old style currency, old style bills. This worries his psychiatrist friend Sam, but Charlie does not share with him the idea that the exits of the Grand Central actually lead to escape routes and he had been there. So, this idea he doesn't share with Charlie. He doesn't let him know about those exits point of the Grand Central which actually leads to escape routes. Charlie tries to return to the third level in order to board a train that would take him to Galesburg. However, all his efforts prove futile and he never finds the third level again. So now he buys the old currency notes. Now he again tries to reach the third level of that station, but this time he never finds the third level. He shares everything with his wife, who gets pretty worried, and she tries to stop Charlie to look any further. So when he shares all this with his wife, she gets worried, and now she tries to stop Charlie that he should not keep on looking for that third level any further. After that, he stops his search for the third level and resumes routine life along with his collection of stamps. Towards the end, the story takes a turn and Charlie tells that he and his wife have started the search of the third level once again. So why they have started the search of the third level once again? The reason was they have found proof of its existence. So what was that proof? Charlie's friend Sam's disappearance had made them believe that the third level exists. Now Charlie, he comes to know that even his psychiatrist friend Sam, he has disappeared suddenly. And it makes them believe that the third level exists because he thinks that the Charlie, he has also found the way, that escape route to the third level. Charlie recalls that he had shared with Sam his experiences as a young schoolboy in Galesburg, and Sam, he was impressed by those descriptions. So Sam had found this place and escaped to it. This is what Charlie thinks. Now let's move to the last page of the chapter. At this point, Charlie discusses first day covers and informs that stamp ticket increased in worth if they were posted on the day of their launch. Now here Charlie lets us know what those first day covers are, and he informs that stamp tickets, they are increased in worth only if they are posted on the day when they are actually launched. Stamp collectors, they practice this exercise by putting blank letters inside those self-addressed envelopes and affixing new stamps on it. This we have already discussed. People who collect stamps, they buy those first day covers, those envelopes, they put blank letters inside those envelopes and they address them to themselves. They would then post it and keep it as treasure without opening the covers. So they post them to themselves and they would keep those first covers as treasure without opening the covers. Charlie discloses that he found one such first day cover in his collection. Now, Charlie once again he gets engaged in his collection, in his hobby, and he finds one such first day cover in his collection. It carried his grandfather's address in Galesburg and had a letter inside written by Sam. So now he claims that he found one such first day cover which carried his grandfather's address in Galesburg. It means he wants to say that letter was posted from Galesburg by his grandfather and it had a letter inside written by Sam. The letter was dated July 18, 1894. The 6-cent stamp on the cover bore the picture of President Garfield. Sam had confirmed the presence of third level in this letter and had invited both Charlie and Louisa to join him in Galesburg. So when he opened that first day cover, he found a letter written by Sam, and in that letter, Sam he let Charlie and his wife know that he has also found the third level, and from there he reached Galesburg and he invited Charlie and Louisa as well to join him at Galesburg. He advised them to continue their search for the third level till they found it. So he advises them as well that they should keep on searching for the third level till they find it. Charlie tells a little more about Sam's disappearance by informing that Sam had bought $800 worth of old style currency a few days before disappearing. So now once again Charlie tries to justify his point that Sam he has also reached back in 19th century. So he tells us that Sam's disappearance by informing that Sam had bought $800 worth of old style currency a few days before disappearing. He says Sam also bought some old style currency notes before disappearing, which proves that he has gone nowhere but back in 19th century. Charlie feels that since Sam cannot practice psychiatry in 1894, the money will be sufficient for setting up a little hay, feed and grain business. So here Charlie says that in 1894, in that time, Sam will not be able to practice his psychiatry anymore. So that's why he has taken that money over there so that he can set up the business of hay, feed and grain over there. The ending of the chapter leaves the reader wondering whether Sam actually wrote a letter from Galesburg or it was yet another escape mechanism of Charlie. So at the end of the story, so this chapter, this story, it leaves the reader wondering whether that letter which was found by Charlie in that first day cover from his collection, was it actually written by Sam from Galesburg or it was yet another escape mechanism of Charlie, or it was another kind of imagination which Charlie had because of the fact that he wanted to escape his present, he wanted to go back in his past. That's why he once again imagining the things like this. So this is all we have in this chapter. So here the story ends, and now in the next video lecture I'll be discussing some important questions based on the chapter. I'll be giving you some notes based on the chapter and assignments as well. Till that time, have a nice time. Thank you.